All right guys, today we are working on the fireplace makeover as a part of our living room makeover here. So this is what the fireplace looks like now. We are leaving the bricks on the bottom, but we are removing these ones, which is just like a panel. And we are putting in a new material that's going to go floor to ceiling that I am so excited about. All right, so it is tongue and groove panels. It's made by a company called Innovera Decor by Palram. And I got the color called Rustic Concrete. It's a very light, kind of a white and gray, almost concrete look. And they're really large panels. I think they're 24 by 16. And they're really cool. I'm so excited to try them because you apply them with construction adhesive so they go right on, and then they just kind of interlock, and it should be really easy to install. A great beginner project, and you can use them on anything in the wall, even in bathrooms, like on showers. So they're waterproof, and if you're using them in a shower, you would just use silicone on all the seams to waterproof it. But the cool thing about them is that you cut them with a utility knife, so you don't even need like a tile saw. So I was super excited to try these. They're pretty inexpensive, and I think it's gonna look great up here. So we're gonna rip this brick panel out and start installing. We started by removing the faux brick panel on the wall. It was simply just screwed into place. We did have to cut it down at the bottom where the gas line came out of the wall just to remove it. Then we wanted to get everything nice and flat, and we did not want to remove the drywall on the top, so we just put on an extra sheet of drywall just to get everything nice and flat where we were going to be installing the faux concrete wall panels. All right, so we've got one row down, the bottom row. The only thing different about the bottom is you cut off the extra little lip so that it is able to sit flush on the ground there. And then we're just using construction adhesive to put it on. It's going on pretty easy, and cutting it down with a utility knife. So I'll show you all the steps here a little closer. The first step is to thoroughly clean the back of the faux concrete wall panels with rubbing alcohol in a rag and let them dry thoroughly. Next, you can add construction adhesive to the back of the wall panel. You can just load in a multi-surface construction adhesive into a caulking gun and cut the tip at 45 degrees, and then just put it on the back like we show here, and put on plenty. Then you just simply slide it into place on the interlocking edges and push it onto the wall with your fingers until the construction adhesive grabs. We pushed the wall panels on for about 10 seconds just to make sure they were nice and secure before moving on. Now when it comes time to cut the panels, it's super easy. Just measure it and cut with a utility knife. We used that clear acrylic ruler as well just for a guide, but you could also use like a piece of wood or a level as a guide. You can see here we were both able to work next to each other on this, and we just had one person installing, one person cutting, and we were able to get it up very quickly. I was shocked how easy it was, and it looks amazing. Don't you guys think? All right, final piece.
Yeah.
I think it took us like maybe an hour after we started putting it all on. What do you think? Was it pretty easy?
Yeah.
Very easy. When it comes time to trim out the edges of the fireplace panels, you'll notice that there is a little bit of a lip there of the tongue and groove that you will need to cut off later, but wait until it's fully set and dry in order to do that, and just use a utility knife to cut that all off. For trimming it out, what we decided to do is just put a small piece of 1x2 lumber along the edge, and then for where the fireplace panels met the wood, we decided to caulk that edge. So to get a nice straight line, we put down painter's tape and just left a very small gap there and made sure it was nice and straight. And then we applied caulking to the inside. We actually used 100% silicone there that was white colored. So you want to use a caulking gun to put in a thin bead of the silicone, and then use your index finger to just smooth it all out. And then once it's nice and smooth, you can remove the painter's tape. You want to be sure to remove that painter's tape while the caulking is still wet. You don't want it to dry while the tape is on there. So after you're all done, you're good to go. We also added some caulking down up at the very top where the fireplace panels met the wall, just to kind of finish it off. And I think it looked great. There's several ways that you could trim this out, but I think it worked really well. And I love how it turned out. Reminder, this is how we started. This is the before, and this is how it looks now. I absolutely love it. It made such a huge difference in the room. I can't believe how easy it was, and it was relatively inexpensive too. We were really able to modernize the look of that wall behind the fireplace with these panels. And I love that a beginner can do this, someone that doesn't have a lot of access to power tools. It really didn't require anything other than a utility knife and our labor. So it's an awesome product, and I highly recommend this for someone looking to update their space on a minimal budget. I hope you guys enjoyed this video learning about these faux concrete panels, and if you give them a try, let me know. I would love to hear your experience, and if you do have any questions about them, just drop them in the comments below. I also would love it if you would subscribe to our channel while you're here. We share tons of DIY and renovating tips, and we're always putting out new videos. Hope you guys have a great day. I will see you next time.